Hi everyone. Today what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a 10 minutes of stretching together, and to make it a little bit more fun and entertaining. Like I'm reading a bunch of books right now, so I might share a little bit of what I've learned recently. But first, I want to talk about something. We're gonna get into our first position. So the first position will be forward fold. So we're gonna have both legs in front. You can kind of scoop your hips to make sure you're nice and flat. And I'm just going to start the timer. So this is not something, and then slowly we're just going to do some passive holds today. So we're not forcing anything. You're just letting your body open, letting the fascia open, and slowly getting into it. So something I hear a lot and something I've been struggling a lot is, and you guys can tell me in the comment, like if you want me to talk about certain subjects, certain struggles I went through. One of the struggle I've had a lot was with evening snacking. So I used to finish work and just hit my perfect macros. So, oh, by the way, you can have pillows here. You can have like bolster and blocks if you're more comfortable with more cushion. So I used to snack a lot. So I would do the perfect day. I would hit all my macros during the day. Everything was perfect. I was super proud of me. I did my workout. And then I would go home, finish work, be back home around 10:30, 11. And it was like, oh, finally, this is my moment to relax. And now I just wanted to reward myself. And all the voices were there like, girl, you've done such a good job today. Like, you were so good with your eating. You were so good with your training. Like, you deserve a treat. And I would grab a little bit of almonds or maybe a little bit of almond butter. And that would turn into like, oh, let me have some toast with that. Or maybe some cereals. And that would turn into a bowl of Greek yogurt with granolas and honey and fruits. And then I would go on and on and on. And it ended up being like a evening binging session where in the end it's like, oh, you got to treat yourself more. Like you deserve more than this. Like this is not enough. And then it would just go on and on and on. And I couldn't understand why I was doing that. But every night it's like I couldn't go to bed hungry. I wouldn't let myself go to bed hungry. And I don't know what it is these days. It's like I know I'm not the only one out there. A lot of people have a hard time dealing with hunger because obviously you need to eat. You need to eat your fruits, your vegetables, your meat. But if you feel like you've already ate like 2,000, 3,000 calories in your day, that evening snack is not necessary. We're gonna switch into our next position, will be the pigeon on the right side. So you just bring your leg back and then your first leg in front will be 90 degrees. If that feels hard enough, you can stay here. If you can, you would lower onto your elbows. So it took me a lot of time and I couldn't figure out what to do and I was sad because every night I would promise myself or like the next morning I would wake up feeling like bloated and like obviously that was too much food before bed. And sometimes I would eat to the point where I almost wanted to vomit in my own mouth. I was like, there's something wrong with me. Like, there's something wrong. I need to fix myself. I thought I was like, I thought I was broken. So I went on this mission to trying to figure out myself. And one thing I realized is just we're such in a society where we get everything we want 24/7. And once you get and you move out of your house and you move out of your parents' house, it's like you're your own parent now. There's nobody that can stop you. Nobody that's going to tell you like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. You might have friends or you might have your parents still telling you shit, but most of the things you know you should do, they're inward. They're already in your head. You already know what you should be doing. And you're not doing it. And I was wondering why. I was like, why do I know I need to stop this, but I keep doing it to myself? And it's because when you don't respect yourself and you don't love yourself and your self-image is so low, no matter what you do, you're always going to fall back to your self-image. So I went on this bodybuilding journey. We're going to switch to the other side. I went on this bodybuilding journey, and I thought I was doing everything I needed to do. I was strict with my nutrition. I was doing everything right. But when I won my first competition, I was on stage and I was so freaking empty. I was so empty, and I was like, damn, I thought this was going to bring me self-worth. I thought this was going to bring me self-love. But ultimately, you realize the only way you can do that is by not breaking your promises. So bodybuilding, in a way, I wasn't breaking my promises, but I was still in certain aspect of my life. So by living a congruent lifestyle, living according to my conscience, now I feel like if I promise myself I'm not going to eat at night, I don't. And I sit with the hunger. I sit with the hunger, I listen to it, and I realize, yeah, it's hard, but it doesn't control me anymore. It used to control me because I didn't want to live my feelings. I was using hunger to fill a void, I was using food to fill a void, and all that self-hatred. It was like my self-image was so low that every time I would binge, it would just confirm that self-image. It's like I needed to confirm, like, yeah, you're a stupid bitch, you know? Like, I needed, if my self-image doesn't grow and doesn't change, no matter how good I would look with bodybuilding, it's like my mind is trying to bring me back to that self-image, which is that little fat girl that I used to be as a kid that didn't like her body, didn't like her mind. And if I don't grow out of that image, I'm always going to remain the same. And you're never going to change. So one thing maybe we can get out of this talk today, we're going to switch to the next position. We're going to start with Sphinx. And if we can, we're going to go into seal pose. So we're just going to be on our elbows right now. And we're going to look forward. Elbows are right under the shoulders. And you press into the ground. Looking up. So yeah, if there's one thing you can get out of this today, and that I'm working on, is like, let's work on our self-image. If there's things in your life that you don't like that you're doing, you have to write them down. You have to write them down. You have to have a vision for yourself before you can execute it. Once you write them down on paper, it's like now it's your roadmap. Bella, don't hide people. Now it's your roadmap, and it tells you, Bella. Anyways, guys, we're still in the same position. It's your roadmap, and it tells you. Come on, Bella. We're gonna go into steel pose. It tells you what actions you need to take now, and all you have to do now is actually execute. Because if you only dream and all you have is thoughts in your heads, you're gonna go back in 5 years and you're gonna grow older and you're gonna still be the same. So ask yourself today, would I be happy if I remained the same person that I am today in 5 years? Most of you, I think the answer is no. So if the answer is no, by the way, if this is too hard for you, just go back to Sphinx pose. And if the answer is no, then you really have to start living in a sense of urgency. You have to start putting those actions into play. And every day, every decision, you have to see that it matters. There's a part of me yesterday, I did wanted a binge. We're going to switch into child's pose. So open your knees wide, feet together. And you're just going to go onto your butt. Let your head sink. So yesterday I wanted a binge, and it was nighttime and I wanted to eat, and it's like my old self just wanted to justify all the bad behaviors that I used to have. It's like, you hit your macros perfectly, you were so good today, you're so tired, you deserve a treat, and all the things I used to tell myself to convince myself to eat before, it's like now I can hear it. This is not me. This is my lower self trying to take control. This is the devil trying to take over my mind. And I'm not going to have that. You have to draw your line. You have to be your own parent and discipline yourself and be like, you've had enough. Like, this is not acceptable. This is not the kind of life you want to live. And you start to have, you need to start acting on that. We're going to switch our hands to the left, stretching that right lat. Take a deep breath here. Deep breath out. Slowly walk to the other side. Big breath here. And back to center. So this is it today for our stretching. If you do like these stretch with a little bit of talking, you can tell me which subject you want to talk about: lifestyle, motivation, training, fitness, nutrition, and I'll give us some nice open space to open our fascia, rest, recuperate, get that flexibility, that mobility that's going to keep us living happy and longer, and also transform our mind. So on that thought, have a wonderful day, guys.